Then I just went through and everything else that I did for the art, I looked at other sketches, and one particular that I want to mention is the Dilophosaurus versus Velociraptor fight drawing that I did. What I did was take one of Crash's drawings for the first Jurassic Park, which was a 3 infant velociraptors, and 2 of them are kind of, you just know, playfully fighting. One of them is on its back, and one of them is approaching it. For my drawing, I took the one that was on its back and replaced it, like I drew out the main body, which was essentially the same, replaced the head and the feet, and it became a Dilophosaur. And I kept the one that was approaching it as a adult velociraptor, and then got rid of the extra raptor in it. The only real problem I had with it was the head of the raptor, because in his work, Crash's raptors, there were subtle differences between the infants and the adults, and I had problems trying to change out the neck and the heads. And so I looked at 2 different heads, which I made the body that of the infant, but then I had to look at another drawing that he did for the raptor and put on the head, and it looks a little bit off to me, but overall I'm pleased. That's got to be one of the best drawings I've ever done, and I was so happy with the way it turned out. The last thing I want to talk about is the coloring. I myself don't color a lot of what I do in. I don't like to color a lot. To me, it starts to look sloppy when I try to color them in. I would rather just pencil shade them, and I think it turns out a little bit neater in my work. But I knew for the film that I would have to have certain dinosaurs that would have to be colored. Whether or not they use the colors for the films or not didn't make a difference to me. I just felt that I had to have certain animals colored, and it would have to be the main dinosaurs. So male and female Tyrannosaurus rex, the Spinosaurus, male and female Velociraptor nuvarensis species, male and female Sornesis species of the raptors, Dilophosaurus, and then I'd have 2 different carnivores that they could choose from, and I'd have the Stegosaurus and the Compsognathus. So I went back, and like everything else, I just looked at the DVDs primarily for the colorations, and I would freeze frame on the artwork that would be on the DVDs, and I would take that time and I would go through and I'd color what each of them were colored. And you know, I thought most of them turned out pretty good. There was a few that I wasn't pleased with, but especially the raptors. I'm really pleased with the way the raptors turned out. The main problem was the carnivores, because they weren't in the films. So the question presented itself, you know, what do they look like? Most people, or at least I, when I think of Jurassic Park Carnotaurus, will either think of A, Michael Crichton's novel, which you really don't see what they're colored because they're invisible, or the Jurassic Park Series 2 Toy Line's Carnotaurus, which is red and black. The red and black Carnotaurus was my initial way that I was going to do it. My first Carnotaurus drawing was back when it was Jurassic Park Kids, and I made even a note on there that it was going to be red and black. I didn't color it out. So that was the way I had intended it to go, but as it went on and I was thinking about it, I didn't feel that was what I wanted to do. So I had to really think about how I wanted the carnivores to look. And after thinking about it, I remember that IDW's new Jurassic Park series, Jurassic Park Redemption, one of the covers has a Carnotaurus on it, and I knew right away that was going to be one of the colorations. So I went and I looked at it, and I used the coloration for the cover. This is one of the colorations for the Carnotaurs that I had. In a nutshell, that's basically my main involvement for what I did for the film. you know, it's been a blast. I try to help out wherever else I can, you know, any kind of trailer work or posters. Um, but I, like everybody else on board, I'm really excited to see it finally being put together. You know, it's been going on since 2007, and you know, it's 2010 now, and we're finally, you know, it's going to be a release this year. You know, we're all excited about it. Jack more than anybody I know, because this is his baby. So I know he's really excited about it, and we all are. You know, uh, this is Jack's dream, and you know, it's everybody else's dream who's been a part of it. This is Jurassic Park 4 for us, you know, and this along with the, you know, the comics that are being released by IDW and the new Jurassic Park game coming out by Telltale, it's going to be a good year for us, you know, I think. So the film's going to be great, and you know, it was a great pleasure being a part of that dream. Keep an eye out for Prime Survival, because it's going to be coming. Thanks.